Shalom! Welcome to LJ Spurs Chat. I'm joined, as usual, by my colleague, Big Dan. Dan, you're going to be as bald as me by the end of the season, mate. We've got to laugh, though, haven't we? Hey, we got to laugh. I just can't. I don't know what else to say. Let's just crack on and try and work it out, yeah? So, Spurs lost again at home, this time to a West Ham team who hadn't won in 10 Premier League games. An awful first half performance. Spurs went in at half-time, lucky to be only the single goal down. Let's be fair, for those that watched it, we made them look like a prime Brazil. It was embarrassing. In the second half, Thomas Frank's men battered their opponents, but let's not make the mistake of even suggesting that they did it with scintillating football. It was pure desperation stuff. Romero equalised with a thumping header, but he just knew what was going to happen. And it did, with Vicario once again, and not for the first time, flapping at a corner and the ball ending up in the net. The boos at full-time were deafening, and at the final whistle, and even more boos aimed at Thomas Frank as he came over to applaud the fans. Surely, Dan, it's time for him to go now. Even if the results are poor, but you can see progression, you'd be a bit patient, you know what I mean? But there's nothing. There's no plan. There's no idea how to play. The tempo is pedestrian, which also was bringing boos from the fans. We wait and see how the board reacts. As before the game, the noise from inside the club was they want to back this manager. But as it says down there, Dan, they've been in the board meeting all day. So I'd suggest around 10 o'clock, there's going to be a statement, surely. Greetings. There's going to be a decision one way or the other. But I know they back him. I just cannot see how they can back him, Dan, after that performance.
You're right, mate. I mean, where do we start? Look, listen, every single time we come on now, it's the same theme.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
look, we can sit here and laugh about it. We're pulling our hair out. Well, not you pulling your hair out, but
I'm in it.
Mate, listen. The club is being run like a fucking circus at the moment. That's all I can say. There's people at the top. You've got Vinay. I just don't believe a single word that comes out of anybody's mouth that is working at the top of this club. They clearly don't know anything about football. They clearly don't know anything about how to get us out of this mess. And like the man said there, we ain't no fucking big club at the moment. The way we're running things and the way we're showing off what we're not doing, it's shocking, mate. And at the end of the day, the people that get it the most, and the people that feel that passionate about it. And I know sometimes people say, "Oh yeah, well you shouldn't boo this and you shouldn't boo that, and you should back the team and this and another." But this is people travel hundreds of miles to come and watch the team that they support, and we're having to watch it week in, week out. We're watching football by a team that clearly doesn't trust this process from this manager, clearly doesn't trust the process in the football that they're being asked to play. We don't play with any energy. There's no passion in that team. Nobody is playing for that shirt. It's just diabolical. They look like a bunch of amateurs. Everybody that we come up against, it doesn't matter what team it is at this moment in time, we make everybody else look so good. We make it so easy for people to pass around us. And it's horrible. Look, we know it's gone on for decades. And people might say, "Oh, yeah, well, we won a cup and this." And that. Let's not forget, we finished 17th last year for a reason. Yeah. And this reason has got no better this year. We've added one or two players, not top quality players. We've added players, and that's all I will say what they are at this moment in time, because they're not showing the Xavis and Yamanis and these people. They're not showing that they've got any class or anything. And I know it must be hard for them, because if they're going around at this moment in time, they don't trust this process. Then how can they expect how can Frank expect them to go out there and express themselves? They're playing so much within themselves. And look, listen, we got the trophy last year, beating the worst Man United team that's ever been that's graced a final. I firmly believe. And it was a deflected, whatever you say about Brendan Johnson goal, whatever. It was a shittest final that everybody had seen, and we won it. So yeah, and yeah, we need to celebrate these things, and that's why we had 250,000 people out in the streets celebrating it, because it doesn't come round enough. So when people are saying, "Oh yeah, look at it," yeah, because we're celebrating it, because we don't see it enough. The football club just don't know how they're. I don't know what's going on with Vinay and everything else that's going on at the moment. And like we said earlier, and we've said like yesterday, there's so many things going on. There is so much going on that I think the club is that deep in the shit that there's nobody that actually knows what to do and how to get us out of this mess.
Thing is, Dan, you haven't got football people running the club now.
No, we haven't. No, they're businessmen.
Yeah, and when you said about people travelling up and down the country, as we spoke before we come live on air, that man that was following Vivian Lewis inside the place, telling her this and that, he's told her he spends 24 grand a season following Tottenham. That's a lot of money.
But, mate, he's got the right. Would I bring in Robbie Keane?
I
don't know whether I'd bring in Robbie Keane.
But I've been saying for ages.
But then I don't know who. I mean, we said Redknapp, didn't we? Yeah. Because what is it? A safety factor? Do you think he could get a tune out? I just don't know. The problem for me is that I just can't see whoever we bring in. Is that deep now? I just can't see whoever comes in is going to be able to get us out of this mess that we're in at the moment.
I say, Dan, to get Redknapp in for the simple reason I don't think we need a tactician in. You need him to go out there, get the players to believe in themselves, and he will say, just go and play. Because players love being told.
Exactly. That's
You got to let the shackles off. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, how many times have we seen this team, mate? They don't go over the halfway line. They let every team.
They've done it again in the first half against West Ham.
Yeah, exactly. They let every team come onto them. And it's like they're frightened to be beaten in behind. We've got the quickest centre half, and we've got two quick.
Yeah, Levy. Yeah. The thing is, I would have sacked him by now, wouldn't he? See, Dan, exactly. What is when you said, because I always have to do different sides of the argument, but I am completely with you on it. We ended 17th last season for a reason. We've got the same players basically. So those Thomas Frank lovers will say, well, that's the problem. He hasn't got the players. That's what they'll say, won't they? But I'm going to say we're even worse, the way that we're playing. At least Andrew's a bit nutty, but at least we knew what we were going to see. I can't see nothing.
They are so static.
They're bad.
And how they play, that when you've got your centre half who walks out and looks in front and sees what he's got to pass to, he ain't got a clue. So he's going back to fucking somebody that has got no distribution whatsoever, who slows the game down, the worst out of the whole team.
Yeah.
He's absolutely shite, mate. I'm sorry. He's a good shot stopper, and that's it. It ends at that bit. And he'll pass it to Van der Ven, and then maybe it'll go long. But there's nobody coming short for the ball. We just don't know. We haven't got any. No, we've got nothing whatsoever. All identity that we started to get underneath Pochettino, gone completely.
Well, not being funny, Dan. We had an identity under Ange. I'm not saying it was brilliant, but our identity was fast attacking football. Even though we
press high.
Yeah. Legs, do you know what I mean? Like the other end.
Yeah.
But under Frank, I just sit there and I think, this is shit. VICARIO gets it. He stands there for 10 minutes. Then he passes it to Romero, who stands there for 10 minutes. This. The odd pass between the lines. And even the crowd were getting pissed off with that yesterday. It was so slow, so pedestrian, no threat. The only threat was, I mean, I said to you yesterday, because it's funny, because you really rate Gray. I don't. That's the way it is. But I put my hands up. I'm an honest opinion. He was our best player in the first half, Gray. He went off with a knock. Then Basuma come on, who you hate, which I don't mind. He was the best player in the second half.
Maybe something.
If your best players are Gray and Basuma over 90 minutes and Van der Ven, what does that say? No disrespect to
them. This is what we're going on about. They are average players, and they're showing at this moment in time that they are bang average. Bang average, mate, these players. Odebear, what does he offer? Nothing.
Oh.
Colin Moani, what does he offer? Nothing. And yeah, Tell had a good game. Don't know why he came off yesterday. And I mean, I see it in fits and starts with Tell, and I can understand that it's in fits and starts, because why would you fucking take him off and not take off Odebear or Colin Moani?
Yeah.
Just don't. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely shocking. Xavi Simons, I think, is being wasted. I think he's a good player. I think he's a very good player. I think he's being wasted. I think the system Frank is employing just isn't working. And when you get players that are trying to play a system that they don't trust, they can't express themselves. And I know you've got people saying, "Oh, he looks flimsy and he can't do this and he can't dribble and he's touching," but the players are under immense pressure as well now, and it's just getting worse. And each game now, it's getting worse, mate. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know whether the answer is.
Every time Xavi went to go past someone, he lost it. Every time. And Ali Gold said something last night because I was watching him, and he said, "What is the matter with Odebear? It's like who's You give a good example. Is it Bournemouth that Henderson plays with now? Jordan Henderson, isn't it?
Brentford.
Jordan Henderson. I was at Brentford, sorry. And he said he was watching him one day, and this was like happened yesterday. The ball was going, and it was a foot race between Jordan Henderson, who's got a disabled badge, yeah, and Odebear. And Odebear went, "Oh, fuck it." That's the problem. You know what I mean? At home, they don't want to know at all. They don't want to know. They're actually fit to death of making a mistake. You can.
Well,
see
it's not just home though, is it? It's away as well. They've lost the away fans now.
We seem to be digging out because we're not expected, are we? But they were getting booed away last time. Do you know what I mean? I'll just bring up Thomas Frank's comments because I just sat there in disbelief. He said, "Of course," because Alistair Gold asked him, "How does it feel?" Because basically the whole of the South Stand, 17,000 in that stand, was shouting, "You're getting sacked in the morning." So fair play to Ali Gold. He asked him, "How does that feel?" And he said, "Of course, I've had better times. It's probably not the best time, of course, but I understand. I'm the man in charge. The blame will go to me. That's fair. No problem in that sense. As long as they are backing the players, doing everything they can to support them, drive them forward, that's what we're doing. We'll keep going. If you're not winning enough, we know you will not get enough support from the fans. But when we're winning, it will change. When we start winning, which we will do, I'm no doubt of that." I think you all saw the game today. We could easily have won this one 2-1. I think it's no excuses, but also the reason we're a bit down to the bare bones with players, and we also need some of the offensive players to score a goal or two. All that is difficult for me to do like that and click. I can't click with a finger, but I can promise that I'm sitting and giving everything every single day. I feel the trust from everyone, and there's only one way. We need to keep going. Well, he says we could have won 2-1. He's obviously forgetting the first half because we could have been 3 or 4 goals behind. No exaggeration. It was absolute disgrace.
So how many press conferences, right? How can he take any positives out of fucking yesterday? Our 2 centre halves are the 2 high scorers in our team.
But that's nothing to do with him, was it, that goal? Because Romero went, as he often does, doesn't he? Fuck it, I'm going up. Ping the cross in, header, bang.
I mean, Proro, he can deliver a ball, but he is shite at the moment.
You don't know what this is, but he's getting played every single game. Every game. They don't rest him. No. You can't keep doing it, man.
Well, we can't rest. I mean, at this moment in time,
I like the man. Vicario. I mean,
yeah, but okay. So, I totally agree. Our teams in the past have had a spine, and we've had people in straight down the centre of that park that have taken the scruff of a neck of a fucking team. We have not got one player, and I include Romero in that. We have not got one player in our team that is willing to shout and I mean, yesterday, fucking Praro was fucking shouting at Xavi. Xavi was shouting back at fucking Praro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So they're arguing amongst themselves. Romero said in his interview that he went into in after and they had a chat and stuff and all that lot. Fucking hell. You should be bollocking people out there on the fucking park. You're the fucking captain. Vicario is absolutely shy. All he does, he's in the blame game here. He makes a mistake and he'll just shout and wave his arms at everybody. Like we've said before.
I really do think we're in trouble, mate.
Yeah. I mean, you can only go on transfers now. It's all gone completely quiet in the club now about Van der Ven because he doesn't want to. He's not interested in extending his contract. He'll only be looking to go in the summer. You can't,
Well,
can you?
that guy Gay every day. He's gone to City, so I expect Van der Ven to go to Liverpool when he supported Liverpool as a kid, so he's gone. So
I mean, who in their right mind now is going to want to come to Spurs? I mean, Gallagher must be thinking, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I did feel a bit sorry for him yesterday because I think within the first 2 minutes he was straight in there, bang, 2 hard challenges. Do you know what I mean? But then after the game, because the result went how it is, you know how football fans are. Oh, he's shit. Come on, mate. He's only played in the football. It was his first game. He will be okay.
Yeah, of course he will, mate. And listen, let's not fucking beat around it. We are slowly getting dragged into this relegation battle.
100%, Dan.
And we are 10 points ahead of West Ham at this moment in time. We lose against Burnley, they pick up some more points, and that we are in there. We are firmly in that fucking.
Or Dynamo. Hello, Dave. Well, Tottenham's last 13 games, right? So we know exactly where we stand, right? So lost to West Ham 2-1, lost to Bournemouth 3-2, drew with Sunderland 1-1, drew with Brentford 0-0. We won against Palace 1-0, lost to Liverpool 2-1, lost to Forest 3-0, beat Brentford 2-0, drew in Newcastle 2-0, lost 2-1 to Fulham, lost 4-1 to Arsenal, drew with United 2-0, lost to Chelsea 1-0. So 2 wins in 13 games.
Not good enough, is it?
He was happy, weren't he, when we drew those 2 games in a row against Sunderland and Brentford, so we're turning it around. Sunderland and Brentford, no disrespect, but you know what I mean?
That's the mentality of the man.
He's like a rabbit in the headlights to me, Dan. He's like still in Brentford mode.
Yeah, but he's not. Listen, he's not that. This manager. He's defensive minded. We know that, and it needed shoring up. Now, like we know the last couple of years that Ange didn't have the rub of the green with injuries and stuff, and it's a bit of the same now. We're having injuries, but Frank has had 3 of our back 4.
Yeah.
Nearly every single game this season.
Yes.
He's not had injuries. He's not had injuries to Praro and Romero. Okay, there's been a suspension or 2 in there, but he's had them there.
I would admire him more if he came out and goes, look, last season Ange lost all the back 4. This year I've got this fucking front line. I'd admire him more for saying that, rather than spouting out shit and saying that we are improving, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Right, I've got a few.
Listen. Over the years, we've had top class strikers and people in positions, and we have never, ever, ever filled those positions. You can name Kane, Son,
Dembele,
Modric, Dembele. We have never, ever filled their positions when we've got rid of these people, and all of these people. And I know it's not so much Son, but all of the other 3, 4 of them, they've gone on to win big. They've won championships, they've won fucking cups, they've won trophies, and they've done it away from fucking Spurs. Do you know what I mean?
I was just trying to see about all this. Yeah, I'm not going to bore people with the long message, really. Well, I can read out Vinay and Venkatesham's message. I've got the short one, shortened here. I wanted to share an update on our plans for the future. The joint ambition of our executive team board and the Lewis family is clear: to see our men's team competing regularly in the Champions League and for major trophies, which significantly raising the competitive level of our women's team. Our focus is sporting success, and in that we share the same ambition as our supporters. We know these words carry little weight without action, which is why recent months have been spent undertaking a thorough review of operations. Opportunities for a genuine reset are rare in clubs of our size, and we have been determined not to waste this moment as we make the changes needed behind the scenes to compete at the highest level. Because they've got Carlos Rafael Moerson as director of football now.
Who?
Carlos Rafael.
Yep.
Don't know
That's
who
what
that
I said. Who? We don't know what he's.
John Heitinger is coming as the club's first team assistant coach. He had a nightmare at Ajax, and I think he was at Liverpool doing their defence.
He was at Liverpool last year.
But have they brought him in, though, so he can be the interim? That's what I'm worried about, Dan. Because I think it's a bit of a coinky-dink. You know what I mean? Was this the thing that showed how bad a club player came in the second half? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He was the best player in the second half. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a great fan of his, and that's because since he'd come from Brighton, we have not seen that Brighton player. So yet again, Spurs curse in my eyes. Do you know what I mean?
He's right there. Look, there is a reason why they got rid of Vinay and Lange, because Lange is shocking.
Both of them are.
Yeah, and that Vinay, I just don't. I don't know if it's because I'm old school, Dan, or not, but I don't really want fuck all from Arsenal, ex-Arsenal. I mean, I refused to sing George Graham's name because I was going then. We used to stand there. You probably was there then. We used to sing The Man in Raincoats Blew My Army. No one ever sung his name.
No.
So
no,
he's
not at all.
It's
but
all right.
we've picked people. Man City.
You've gone quiet, Dan.
They were out. Eh?
Sorry, sometimes you go quiet, but that was a bit longer that time. What did you say?
Look, we've got these people. They've not made it. I mean, who's that guy that we got from Man City? They are not. They're not in winning positions.
No.
Let go.
Do you know what everyone keeps saying?
Right.
Oh, yeah, but Vinay knows how to do it because he gave Arteta time when Arteta. I mean, listen, I don't like Lego-Ed. I don't think anyone does, except for Arsenal fans. But there's a difference between Lego-Ed Arteta and Thomas Frank, because he was groomed under Pep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can tell that the way Arsenal play. There's a massive difference. You can't just give someone time because we haven't given people time in the past. If you're going to, like I said, if you're going to up the wages and you're going to go after better players, which is what they were saying yesterday, then you have to get a higher elite.
That's why I said to you, I don't believe a word that comes out of that fucking board's mouth. And like you're saying, that bloke was said to Viz fucking to that Viv, who's walking out with Steve Perryman, about how much money he has to fucking pay. He said, just sell the club. Sell the club. Yeah. And rightly so. Do you know what I mean? People are pissed off. People were scrapping amongst themselves.
They were fighting themselves yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think of the change thing yesterday, Dan? Because apparently they met up at 2:30 at the corner pin thing, and there was about 100 people there. I don't understand that, because the last one was really big, weren't it? This new Spurs board are clueless. They couldn't decide. No, they are, mate.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. I'll tell you what, this is true as well. Look, since those two have left all clubs, look at it. Yeah.
Well, I said to you, didn't I? I said the last time that we was in the Champions League final, Villa were in the fucking Championship.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And look, I mean, look today, they've turned themselves around.
Who? Sorry,
Everton. Can you not hear me?
Yeah. No, what it is, you do go quiet for a couple of seconds on every show we do, but it's got a bit longer sometimes tonight.
Like Evan, how well they played.
It just makes them hard to beat, doesn't he? So
I just think that the club's in shit state, and I think they should have done it. They should
do then from today. What can they do? Obviously, you're going to say sack Frank.
The first thing they should have done for me, and that would have been to have got rid of Frank. They should have just come out last night and not waited around and put lying statements out like they've done. They should have just come out and just done it, got him in and said, look, results are not going your way. We want to back you, but we can't see any change in the fans, the players. All the evidence is there. You can't tell me that football fans that are watching and people that go and watch these games can't see. The evidence is clear. So why can't he fucking see this? There's no positives to take from any fucking game that I see with Spurs. Nothing whatsoever. I think they should have relieved him of his position last night. And if it was going to be that Hafner, for whatever reason he's been brought in for, is because I thought that what's his name was Frank's number 2.
I'm sorry, Simon. We had to start early because Danny's got to go to bed early.
I've got to go to bed early.
Go on, Simon. Stage is yours. About yesterday. Let's go.
What can you say? when you think they can't get any worse. They somehow manage it, and it's just like, what we played all right for 20 minutes, got the equaliser, put some pressure on, didn't really create anything with that pressure. And I said to my son while I was watching it, if we don't turn any of this pressure into a goal by the 85th, we'll lose. It's just like we've seen the pattern before. Put a bit of don't play well, go behind, put a bit of pressure on, maybe get back into the game a bit, but never enough. Run out of juice and lose. And this is off the back of an empty week. We had a free week to train all week long to play against one of the worst teams in the Premier League, and we can't beat them. I don't even know where you go from here. I said last week that the two games we got, the next two games we got in the league, West Ham and Burnley. If we can't even beat those, we need to try something different. And we didn't even really look like we were ever going to beat West Ham yesterday. We just about got back in the game, put a bit more pressure on, never really created anything. And it's just like, oh, here we go again. Same old, no real plan. And it's just like, I don't get how we don't start the game with intensity. Why do we have to go behind before we put any pressure or attack with any intensity? It doesn't make any sense to me what we're doing at the moment. It seems to be we go into every game trying not to lose the game, and we're failing at that.
I think they don't come out with the blocks fast because they don't genuinely believe in the manager. And then when they go a goal down, a little bit of pride kicks in. Because I can't see him bollocking at half time.
Yeah, but listen, before the game, before Gerard Barron, have you seen that? He put a message out to West Ham fans and everything, and to the players saying how important it is for us not to. They had already beaten Spurs the day before. Spurs were already beat. You've got our club coming out saying about future and talking about this, not about how important this game is. And you've got the West Ham captain, or is he captain, or Gerard Bowen, coming out saying this to the fans, to the players. We don't need to. They are concentrating on this game. They're in shit state. They're in massive shit state. But you've got our board that's concentrating on further down the field. We can't do that. We need to be concentrating on each game. And if Frank can't see that he is one of the problems,
he doesn't see that. He doesn't
see it at all, and he doesn't see it in any of his press conferences. Absolutely horrendous. He's not good. Like, he's not fit for purpose. We all thought that maybe he was going to be. The evidence is there now, just how the team is set up and how it plays. It's shocking. I've never seen it so bad.
Did you watch it yesterday, Si? Yeah, because Dan didn't, did you, Dan? But I'll tell you what,
I normally, I've got to the point where it's just like, I normally don't, but I thought, right, this is a crucial game for the season. I'm going to buckle up, see what they do.
Well, I don't know about you, but I sat there and I was worried because I was sitting there thinking to myself, bloody hell, we actually are shit. Because West Ham was shit. They were shit. So what does that make us? Do you know what I mean? It does that. That's what I was thinking. Because you know when people say this is the worst West Ham team you've seen for years, and then when they play us, because it's their cup final, they do raise it. They didn't raise it yesterday. They were still shit. There's
no teams had to raise it.
Them at home, Dan. No way on earth. They were shit, weren't they, Simon?
Yeah, they scored a scuffed deflection and basically Vic flapped at something. He was hoping he was going to get some sort of foul just because someone was touching him.
Yeah,
he was never going to get anything. He needs to be stronger, and every attack knows that you just get about him. You don't really have to do anything to him; just get in his way, and he's just so soft. He jumped up, flapped at it, and gave him an open goal from a yard out.
You've got to come out and go. You know what I mean? If you're the goalkeeper, wouldn't you? Surely to God.
Seen everything out.
I've seen more flair in the 70s trousers. Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. You know. So Simon, I asked Danny this just before you came on there. So what do we do then? What do we do now after the meeting? Like I said, I'm expecting an announcement at 10 o'clock either way. So what should Spurs do now? Or what can Spurs do now?
Well, it's mad. I mean, this John Heitinger, who came in as assistant coach last week, what did he come in for? Whose recruitment is that? And what is he here for?
Defence, apparently.
I mean, fair play. He'd only been here 2 days before that shit show, but it's just like, what is he coming for? But I just can't see how Frank, at the end of the day, however you feel about Thomas Frank, I think it's just too far gone now. He doesn't seem to have the backing of the players or the fans, so you can't have that in your club.
No,
you can't have a club that the players don't want to play for the manager. The fans he's lost the fans now.
Mm.
It's just like there's nowhere for him to go at this point, and it doesn't matter how good a manager he is or was or could be in the future. Right now, he's not the right man for the job.
No. So, say they sack him tonight, then what do you reckon they should do, or who should they get in?
Well, I mean, you'd love to get Xabi Alonso in here, but that's not going to happen. So you think probably interim to the end of the season and bring Poch over, but I don't know.
Do you think? Yeah, me and Dan keep saying
we've got 16, 17 games left. We need 16 points from those games. You think, well, we should get that out of the games that are left, but you look at the fixtures.
You look at February.
Once Burnley's gone, it's just like, hang on a minute. We could go on a run of 6 or 7 games here and lose the lot.
Yeah, we could.
And the way we're playing at the moment, I don't see how we get any/many points out of the next few games. It's just like we're still in the Champions League at the moment, and we have got a chance. The league is so tight at the moment. If we could get someone in who could steady the ship and push things forward, there's still a chance. I mean, you ain't going to get the Champions League spots now, but there's still a chance of qualifying for Europa through the league.
Yeah.
If you just string some results together. But the way things are at the moment, under Frank, those results aren't coming.
I don't think they'll get Mason in.
What it is we've got Dortmund at home, Burnley away, then you've got Frankfurt away. Then you've got home to Man City, away to Man United, home to Newcastle, home to Woolwich, away to Fulham, home to Palace, away to Liverpool. I mean, I
can see 3 points.
People laugh at me, right? But I said I can see us in a relegation fight. I actually can. Then they said, "Oh, you're 10 points ahead of West Ham." 10 points is nothing when you've got them games coming up, is it? And you can't even beat West Ham at home.
No.
And you think out of that lot, with the players we've got, even out of form, you think you should still be able to beat Burnley, and Palace are probably going to go into free. Whatever they do with Glasner now, I think that they're going to disappear this season. So you think you could probably beat Burnley and Palace. That's on the 6 points. But the other games,
no, I can't see us getting.
I don't
points.
see how we get any
points.
points.
Getting anything.
I can't even see us getting a point. I really can't.
No.
Hello, Lee. Shalom. I can't see anything. I can see a few hammerings. Glasner's staying now, isn't he? Apparently, he's staying till the end of the season.
Well, I mean, apparently, yeah. I was watching an interview with him, and he said he told Parish in October that he was leaving, and they kept it under their hats for 3 months. But they've gone public this week. But if they've known for a while,
I don't blame him for going public.
And it's just like he's the best thing that's happened to them.
Yeah,
you can understand him. You can understand him being so distraught. I mean, he's literally had the heart ripped out of that team that he has tried to build. But surely he would have known that something like that was going to happen. Were the likes of Eze and Gaye and Sarr and Elise, were they going to stay there? And do you know what I mean? I just don't. But then I don't know whether he's the man to come in and do anything.
After he's done that to the board, will Tottenham want him?
Well, they won't want him. Not if he's going to come out and be that vocal about what's gone on. And like the other thing, like they're saying, is that they're saying earlier that Spurs don't want to sack Frank. They want to back him, but they probably might be just happy just to trickle on game by game and play it by ear and see how it goes. But how can you do that? Because all the trust's gone in this club. The fans don't trust anything now. So how can the fans be expected to go and watch something game by game, knowing that is it going to be his next game? Is it going to be his next game? Is he going to lose it? Is he going to lose it? So for me, look, there's a lot of noise surrounding who they want to go in there. Pochettino's name's always going to get mentioned for him coming back. He ain't going to come back now. It's going to be after the World Cup. We know that. So are Tottenham going to try and, for me, I would prefer, if they're not going to back Frank and they're not going to keep him, now and get an interim in and get that next 6 months. Let's face it, Michael Carrick, right, has been in there about 3 or 4 days. He's changed the formation.
Completely.
He's changed them completely. They look like the ones that were challenging for the league, and not Man City.
I mean, that could have been 4 or 5 yesterday.
Yeah, and they looked fluid, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, Carrick was one of the ones that I said that I wanted us to have a look at, because he's already, you can see in his early managerial career, he seems to be like as a manager as he was as a player, an absolute Rolls Royce, and I think that he's going to develop into a serious coach. And even Robbie Keane, he's like, I mean, he hasn't exactly been playing in the greatest leagues in the world, but he's still winning trophies. He's still out there doing. And I said, where do we look for the next manager to give the fans some hope? And does it need to be an ex-player like Michael Carrick or Robbie Keane? And this is what I was saying, was it last week or the week before? And then Michael Carrick comes along and proves to be right, literally on day one. He literally had Man United looking like a different team altogether.
And I think they've been really smart for a change, Man United, and what they've done. They've put no pressure on him whatsoever. He is the interim boss. They've not said he's the interim boss and we'll see how it goes in the summer. If things have gone well, we'll appoint him. He has come out and said, I am only the interim boss until the end of the season. So there's no pressure on him whatsoever to achieve absolutely anything. And
what I was saying, Dan, you know what I said about earlier on when I said that's why I want Redknapp, because he'll come out and let him play. That's Carrick changed the formation and let him play. And there you go. And that's I
think Harry Redknapp would come back. He'd be more than happy to come back and do something.
He said he'd come back
for the rest of the season.
Didn't he, the other day?
Yeah, he'd come back and do it.
Come back to West Ham or Tottenham and for nothing. And I think they just need to be told to play, because they're playing so negative and so slow.
Would you bring Harry Redknapp and Robbie Keane, if you're going to look at Robbie Keane? Would you bring them both back now?
I'd let Robbie Keane have a little bit longer, and I'd probably get, like someone said earlier on here, I would get probably him and Defoe in. But yeah, I'm not against Robbie Keane come back, but I'd like to see him carry on now, because he's got a managerial job. Do you know what I mean? I'd like to see him carry on and get a bit more experience.
Yeah,
I'd like Defoe to come in and score a goal.
Yeah. I mean, there's loads, isn't there? There's loads going on. I mean, I seen one report this morning saying that Nagelsmann's representatives had talked to Spurs 2 days ago.
But they was in London for some reason, so I don't know why.
And he's he's the German flipping manager, so and his representatives have already been in and they're talking to Spurs. So you've got that one. You've then got, they're going to go for Glasner. You've got all the Robbie Keane stuff. You've got the Pochettino. Brighton manager's now come out. Arola's name's been mentioned yet again. The only other manager's name that hasn't been mentioned is what's his name from Fulham, Silva. So I don't know who.
That's right. That's what I've always said. The commentator is in it. Yeah. I think they're going to get an interim manager, and because things are so toxic, so very toxic, like fans fighting each other outside the stadium and all that, I think they think if we can get Poch back after the World Cup, that would appease the fans. I think that is what they would like to do, whether they do it, because Poch will.
But it's not just getting Poch back; it's getting Poch back and backing him, because he said before we were even the Champions League final, we need a complete rebuild here, and they went and did exactly the opposite.
Yeah, I think deep down he'll never admit it, but that was Daniel Levy's biggest mistake, not backing him. Yeah, cheers, mate. They never backed him, and he's been proved right. Like the man said there, we've had coaches, and if the owners had backed those coaches, we would have had success, because they got backed in the other clubs, blah blah blah. And I was saying to a mate yesterday, because he was saying, Louis, just offer fucking Jurgen Klopp load of money to come over. I said, listen, if you remember, when Jurgen Klopp was Liverpool manager and they played us when we had to play at home to Wembley, we spanked them 4-1, right? He turned round to his board and said, I need a central defender and a goalkeeper. They went out and got Van Dijk, they went out and got Alisson, the rest is history. If he was Tottenham manager and asked for the same, they wouldn't give him those type of players. That's the difference. Like the man said, it is the owners. And until the owners fuck off, it doesn't matter really what manager you get in. Yeah, you might see an improved performance, get Champions League, win the odd cup every 10, 15 years. That's all it's going to ever be under these owners, isn't it? That's my opinion anyway. I don't think nothing will change under these lot.
I don't know.
By the end of the window, but no, I don't know the history between Robbie Keane and A. Redknapp. He sacked Keane for taking multiple players to what? Oh, did he? I did see that on the podcast.
Yeah, I knew that, yeah. But I mean, water under the fucking bridge now, isn't it?
I think if A. Redknapp walked into the ground tomorrow, I don't know what you guys think. If A. Redknapp walked into the ground tomorrow and goes, right, they're going to go, right, freedom. You know what I mean?
How old is Harry Redknapp now?
78, isn't he?
70 or something, yeah. Don't matter. You know, getting there. You need someone. Sometimes you just need a voice that speaks sense.
This club would finish him off.
God, don't
Wouldn't they just sign him?
Probably would though. Who else is?
I seriously, this club would finish him off. Yeah.
I mean, Dan just said
there's nothing inspiring about Frank whatsoever.
No.
He doesn't inspire me in his interviews, his press conferences, after the game, his pre-match, post-match. There's nothing there that inspires me as a supporter of Spurs for 46 years. Nothing whatsoever. The fans don't see it. All those fans in the stadium don't see it. So
his delivery is like a geography teacher.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like, I couldn't wait to drop geography at school. It was just like this shit.
I think Simon, he tries to be too tactical, right? He's too defensive, and he worries about the opposition too much. And listen, I'll always say we're a big club, but we're not. But we sort of are. Tottenham Hotspur shouldn't be worried about anyone, especially this season with the league how it is. They should concentrate on your own strengths. Okay, point out a few dangers from the other side, but why are we going to every single team we play worrying about what they can do? I don't understand.
We don't have a winning mentality and ethos at our club.
That comes from the manager. Well, probably comes from the board as well. You know what I mean?
I mean, the only thing I would say in his defence is that pretty much every week he has to field a different team because the injuries are all over the bloody place at the moment. And that's the only thing I would say in his defence, that like you look at what we had yesterday and you're trying to work out how to get Solanke back into it. And you've got Conor Gallagher, and he's probably hasn't experienced the pace of the Premier League in 18 months, 2 years, or whatever it's been. And you want to throw him straight in the deep end. And
for example, right, how long have me and Danny and the regulars on the channel know? How long have me and Danny been saying, "Let me, Dan, you've got the ideal opportunity there, right? With the squad you've got to say, you know what, this ain't working. What everything I've tried is not working. Let's go three at the back with wing backs. You've got full backs that are ideal when Udogie's fit to be high up wing backs. You've got 3 central defenders plus 1 spare. Why don't you do it then? We've been saying it for ages, haven't we, Dan? Do you know what I mean? He done it in the Super Cup final, and it was all right. He tried it once. It goes all right, but just give him a run of game and say, look, this is how it is. He hasn't tried it.
Who knows? I just don't know, mate. I just don't know why. And like we've said it for ages, haven't we, about it? And I mean, I don't know how Robbie Keane sets his teams up. I don't know how. For me, Redknapp would probably go with a 4-4-2. If I was to be honest, I think he probably would set up like that to start with. But what does the club actually want? For me, I'm fed up, like we said, I'm fed up of hearing the bullshit that comes from the boards, and everybody puts these little statements out. I want to know deep down what they want to achieve. Because anybody can literally, they can stand there, they can say that all the time. Christ, we've seen the interview at the beginning of the season when you've got Levy and Vinay talking about flipping drinking red wine together and like Champions League and being in that every time and like going for that and for the league and everything. And we're so far away from that. It's unbelievable. We're closer to actually championship than what we are even competing for top 6 at this point. And like Simon said, the league, all it takes is 1 or 2 wins.
It does.
And you're back up there again around 7th, 8th place. And those teams that are above us at the moment are the ones that have been so far behind us so long and are now overtaking us.
It just shows that as well, because you've got like Everton have jumped into the top half of the league, and Man United, what are they, 4th or 5th now?
Yeah, 4th. I'll say, so I took over a team, got promoted Saturday. Yeah. I think you only need to inspire players if you know your board's not going to buy them, which, well, at the moment looks
the players don't trust Frank. They don't trust in the process at this moment in time, so they're not buying into it. And yeah, the players need to pull their fingers out a little bit, because at the moment they're just showing that they're bang average. But I said to you last time, I would just say to them, look, fuck what the manager said. Let's just go and fucking press I. And
that's
change
what I
ourselves
in the second half against Villa, and I was expecting the same, but obviously not. But Thomas Frank's other thing is the fans. He said it the other, and he said it again last night. We know we're not getting the support of the fans. Hang on a minute, they were absolute dog shit yesterday. But when they was trying to have a go, Simon, you watched it as well. The fans got behind them. They actually did. When they were trying, the fans will get behind, because everyone says Tottenham fans are arseholes. Look, watch it back again. Even the highlights. When Spurs was having a go. Okay, it wasn't scintillating football, but they was having a go. When they got the equaliser, the crowd were behind them. Yeah. So you can't come out and say things like that against the fans, because there's only one way you're going to go, and that's out the door.
Yeah, I mean, the Man United players, they were interviewed after the game yesterday, and they said one of the things Carrick said to them was, you put the effort in and you put on the show, and then when you do that, you'll get the crowd behind you. When you get the crowd behind you, feed off that energy.
Yeah,
and it looks like that's exactly what they did.
I haven't heard Old Trafford like that for a while, Simon, to be fair.
No, and it's a Manchester derby as well.
Yeah, I mean, they could have won that game by 5 or 6. I mean, they had 3 goals disallowed, they hit the post, they hit the bar. You know what I mean? Man City need that.
So another thing that we need to look at, that I think that is a big factor for us now, is that we ain't going to win the Champions League. We know that for a fact. So staying in that yeah, of course we could. Staying in that competition for me is as long as possible is our only achievement that we're going to get. At this moment in time, does it look like we're going to get European Conference football? No. It doesn't look like that at all. So at the moment, I'm facing that potentially we are going to finish close to that relegation zone at this moment, and we're not going to have any European football again. So you've then got to look at who can we attract? Who can we attract as a club? Let's face it, our scouting network's been absolutely shocking.
Well, it ain't going to improve under Lange, is it?
And it's not going to choose. It's not going to. People just won't want to come to us. So then you're fighting to then take this club further.
See, I can't see. I know you say you get Conor Gallagher, but if you want to step up a level in class to we ain't going to get the elite players, but just the one under that. I can't see. But if I went into the interview with Thomas Frank, he wouldn't inspire me to sign for him. To be honest with you, do you know what I mean?
But then Conor Gallagher said that Frank called him.
Yeah, but he was fucking £200 a week that sealed the deal, not anything Frank said.
And being back in London,
a bit of a play thing there, bin guy. Yeah.
I mean, fair play. That's the one thing that ENIC have done. They wanted to get a player in, and they paid him what he wanted to come over.
Yeah, went in
was he the right player? I don't know. Is he the sort of player that needs to be the highest paid player at our club? Also not sure. But that's the only sign of intent I've seen from the whole thing, is that they actually went out and paid a slightly above average player £200 a week.
Let me ask you this.
So that's going to piss off half our squad.
So what's going to happen then if they do get an interim manager? Where does that leave Tottenham in terms of buying players for the rest of the window? Who's going to? Do you know what I mean? That's a right awkward one, isn't it? Do you buy players for the interim manager, or do you think they will stick with Frank? Because
if you're saying is Poch going to come back in the summer or whenever, you'd like to. If it's me and you're saying, right, we're going to get an interim in, who would you like us to go for? Can we get them now, or do you just want to wait till the summer? You'd have to ask him, wouldn't you?
yeah,
You'd have to. I think Poch is going to end up coming back, personally.
And well, the other thing is that if United carry on going the way it looks like they might go under Carrick, would that be more appealing to Poch to give that a go instead? Because he was always talking to them before, and if it feels like they might be in a better position to give him what he wants than we would be. But the thing is, I come in here and I try and stay positive, but there's just no. I can't find any positives to take from it all at the moment.
Yeah. I agree with the comment.
What do they do though? If they get an interim manager in, say, tomorrow, do they still buy players? And who's going to be in charge of buying them players? I don't know. But I see that one there. What the man said. I blame Spurs and my opinion on the young players is the old Man United way. If you're good enough, you know what I mean. If you're good enough, it don't matter your age. But when it comes to certain Spurs players, I will say they need time to improve, but that doesn't mean that they can have a run in the side.
They don't need to do that in the first team.
No, it's easier for these younger players who are under a lot of pressure at the minute at their age. They shouldn't be under this pressure. They should be brought into a team when the team is doing well. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they should be. Gray's played quite a lot recently. They are still young players, but no, they do need time to improve, but they shouldn't be playing lots of times every bloody minute of the game.
No.
Good day, mate.
But the problem is our squad.
You didn't get your mug, Jamie.
The squad is so thin at the moment that we're having to play Gray, Tell, Odebert, you name it. All these young'uns that are coming in. And the nutty thing is that our best young player isn't even here. He's in Hamburg.
Yeah. I was watching highlights of him today. Actually, he looked very good. Hey, Simon, come on. Biss played well yesterday, Mush. Huh?
Yeah, I mean,
that says it all. When Gray's the best player in the first half,
he was the best of a bad lot in the second half.
Yeah. Is that going to be another chance for Biss? It might have to be.
I've always said
Gray's injured now.
We've all seen what Biss is capable of. Unfortunately, we've only ever seen it in a Brighton shirt.
Yeah. But now we know why, because he's doing all balloons. Among Spurs content creators, good lads, but there are too many con-eyes. Another club fans see through bullshit all the time. We are a joke, yeah. But I think it's crunch time now, isn't it? I mean, I do want to hear something tonight. I'm hoping that it is going to be a 10 o'clock thing. I
don't think it'll be tonight. I think it'll be tomorrow, if anything.
If they stick with him, right, I think they've got to go out and buy at least 2 more brilliant players. And if they don't stick with him, I honestly don't know what they're going to do. But I don't want them to stick with him, if that makes sense. Because I can't watch it anymore. I do. I mean, I'll say it. If Simon says he doesn't watch it, I will always watch it because I'm an idiot. You can't help it. You know what I mean, Dan? I'll always watch it.
I know, mate.
Sit there and put myself through it.
Well, I didn't watch it yesterday because I was somewhere else.
You was in the ghetto.
I was in Luton. But I was following Lincoln.
There's 5 excellent players. One is a superstar. They're 4th place in the league, in the 5th round of the FA Cup with a new coach. Well, I might have a quick look at that, for see what happens.
Yeah, they're doing all right, aren't they? The old Spurs ladies.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Well, the brand's getting very damaged at the moment. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. If Enoch are trying to fatten up the goose so they can sell it, they're going about it the wrong way at the moment.
The wrong way.
But I think it's time. All you're hearing is the Lewis family are massive Spurs fans. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. I think we'll be doing another podcast at the end of the window. Probably saying, what a load of bollocks.
Yeah.
Sell up. They need to sell. This club will not win the league or anything like that. It won't do it until they either dramatically change their ways or sell. Yeah.
Vinay is a puppet for Levy.
Yeah. I wonder what Daniel Levy's thinking now.
Well,
Hey?
he's laying on a sunbed, isn't he? He's just
Well-
phoning up, saying to Vinay, "Put this out, do this."
The thing is, he's just looking at it and thinking, right, here's another one. Normally, what are the leaving out crowd going to do now? I'm out. Now what? It's if anything, it's worse. So there you go. Be careful what you wish for.
By now, wouldn't he, Si? He would have sacked Frank by now, I think. Daniel Levy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Right, so we have a little bet then, just in case he does get the sack and he gets right, he gets an interim, and this is another chance to win a mug. Right?
oh, God.
Only one of 40. Who is going to be the interim manager for the rest of the season if there's an interim manager? I want Redknapp, but I can't see it, and I will say it will be that one they just signed. What did I say his name? I think
I'm thinking, who brought him in, and is it like a succession plan?
Yeah, well, Thomas Frank reckoned he brought him in, but I think it's too much of a coincidence that he's come in at this time. So I think it will be him, and then I'll be pissed off even more. So that's
because you wouldn't walk into this thinking, I'm going to just jump on this sinking ship, unless they feel like you might get something out of it.
Yeah.
So you kind of think, what this Hyde thing? Why is he there? And is it to assist or is it to take over?
Look at that. That's close, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's my bet. Yeah.
Well, I just don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know who they're going to. Do you know what I mean?
You're not going to put a punt on Redknapp?
I don't know. I can't see it, to be honest.
Well,
I can't see it.
He should Bean. He probably talks about as much sense as Thomas Frank. What do you reckon, Si? Have you got any ideas if it is an interim who they're bringing? Or do you think they'll just go out and replace him straight away? I don't, because I think they want Poch back. I do think that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it feels like that Poch is probably plan A.
Yeah.
I mean, I ever for about 2 years now I've been sort of talking up Xabi Alonso, but he's way beyond us now. And
I think he's going to go Liverpool because there's rumours out tonight that they're not happy with Slot. And he would love to go Liverpool, wouldn't he, Alonso, obviously?
Yeah. I know, which is crazy because of where they are.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's got to be the worst type of defence I've ever seen. Except for Leeds and Blackburn and Leicester. No, was it Leeds? No,
handing it to the Gooners.
They actually are. I mean, I had that as an own banker today. Villa against Everton. I did. It's
I mean, no one in the top 4 won, and no one in the bottom 5 lost.
Yeah.
Good stat there. Simon the stat man.
So the league just got compressed, and you think all of it. We're not looking up now. We're looking over our shoulder and thinking, well, hang on a minute. If no one in the bottom 5 is losing, and we're 14th,
we're in shit.
We need to be looking over our shoulder.
I think Dan's right though, Simon. He said before you come on there, he said the standard of football this year is shit. So it will play. I know I don't want Arsenal to win the league, but at least I can say, well, you only won it because everyone else was shit because they're not brilliant. It's got to be the worst. Do you think this is the sign of things to come? Like we said before, I think about a year ago, we all said this. Is this a sign of things to come where you've got like entitled generations and things? And there's no strikers out there anymore, is there? Is this the sign of things to come where the levels is slowly just going to drop and drop and drop? I mean, across not just the Premier League, but maybe the other leagues. Well, the other leagues aren't as good as it, but the Premier League is like average all the way from top to bottom in it this year. Like you said, Dan.
Yeah, I think it's very much so at this moment in time that.
I think it could be.
I think it's not been the best Premier League for a few years now, is it?
Yeah, that's the only downside to it. But I think they will do that, Dave, to get the fans.
Right.
So,
the thing is, right, is that...
All right, Dan.
Later on, Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
The thing is, I've seen managers and they've combined being an international manager and a club manager.
Yeah.
It's like, why couldn't Poch be interim manager till the end of the season and then go and do the World Cup?
Yeah, like I said, he wouldn't get a lot of time, would he?
Get some time to work with the squad, and then he'll have his coaching team set up. Then they can do while he's at the World Cup.
Yeah,
he can still have at least a hand in of what's going on if he's already the boss, rather than waiting for him to come back afterwards.
Get out, Frank. Yeah, true enough. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think they'll do that because of the toxicity around the club at the moment, and I think that's the only way to appease fans. But people,
the only way is to get rid of him at the most moment in time.
Danny, people have got very, very short memories, right? I can remember having the same conversations, right, about Pochettino. And if it wasn't for that Harry Kane deflected free kick that went in, he was going to get sacked that day.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, look, we all know that if Levy had backed Pochettino when he needed to be backed, and he said the evidence was all there that he needed to be backed. They'd got to where they were, and they needed to be backed. He needed another 5 quality players. And if Spurs had done that, I think we would have been in a whole different place now. And Pochettino and the club would have probably been in a hell of a lot better place. But they didn't. They just didn't do it.
I'll just say that if Poch comes back, we've got to show a lot of patience, which is something that a lot of Spurs fans haven't got because they're fed up. But I think the fans will be happy if Poch comes back because... Yeah, they will be happy, yeah.
He's given this generation of Spurs fans and the newer generation of Spurs fans something to actually sing about and to walk about when you've got your shirt on and be proud of a team that's actually wanting to fight for each other and fight for that shirt, press high, play with energy, fight for each other. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's right, mate. You're correct, 100%. But he had said before that we need a rebuild and it'll be a painful.
I mean,
wait till even sacked him.
That is the whole problem with the whole Poch era. Is like he said, 2 years out, we need with this squad needs a rebuild. And not only did we not rebuild, we did that catastrophic thing. We went 2 consecutive windows without buying a single player. That was an entire year off the back of the manager telling you we need to do a rebuild, and you buy nobody for 2 windows. And everyone knows the standing still is going backwards. And there's so much money in the Premier League that standing still is going backwards.
Yeah. Like even if you win the league at a canter, you've still got to invest, ain't you, to keep yourself up there. And there is money. We've got money, haven't we?
And look, I remember that last 18 months of Poch was a difficult watch. It was like watching the football we're playing now. But he'd already said, I can't. What do I do? I need a rebuild, and they did the opposite.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to bug out.
All right, Dan. I'll see you later, Mush.
I'll catch you. Yes, we'll catch you through the week. All right. See you later, boys.
Mate.
What about that comment, Simon? Poch had his time and his chance and done nothing to show since. Well, that's a bit unfair, really, because when he got sacked from Chelsea, that was at a point where he was just about turning it round, wasn't it, Si?
The thing is like it's really tough out there. It's like, who do you get in at this point? I mean, the thing is the 2 things that are constant is it seems to be the same group of players getting repeated managers sacked, but then the fact that it's the same group of players is down to ENIC because they're not investing in the playing squad as well.
Yeah, that's probably right. That is not your spot on there, Bingo. But in the most important window, Spurs gave the Spurs ball 4 names. Yeah. I think it's history proving a point. I mean, back to Oddle, isn't it? I said this the other day. Back to Oddle, it's come out over the years go by, and they feel they can say something. The players that they've asked to get and the players that they did get were so miles apart. This is why we're going to have to wait till the end of the window, isn't it, Simon? Because they've come out and said, yesterday, we're going to increase the wages, go after better players. So they're going to have to, otherwise we are in big trouble.
I mean, that's the thing. And at this stage, do you look at the Areolas and Hertzlers and these managers and say, but the thing is that what we were doing when we got Frank in?
That's what I was going to say. It's put me off this, to be fair now. You know what I mean? Ange, would you have Ange back, Bingo? No, yeah, that has put me off, Simon, because all them people saying you've got to give managers from lesser clubs that have done so well, blah blah blah. You've got to give them a chance. Well, this has just blown that right out of the water, isn't it? Because he's always been a rabbit in the headlights since he got here. To me,
I mean, remember Brighton's previous manager, DESERVIDLY? He had them playing some obscene football, and it's just like,
yeah, it would be, especially if he was interim. You'll never know now, will we? We'll never know with that. I'll tell you what, though, I hope they say something tonight, though. It's been doing me head in all day. I've been waiting for. How could they be in a meeting all day and still not have come to a decision? I think the board's split, and I think the people that want him gone are probably the ones that have got larger shares within the club, and they're thinking, "Shit, we could go down here."
I mean, Frank's problem is he's lost the players and the fans, and so how do you continue after that?
You can't, can you?
Whether you believe that he can do something in the long term, the current position isn't going to change by the end of this season, and the toxicity is just going to go downhill, I think.
Can't remember who Hoddle. I remember Hoddle wanted Etu and someone else, and ended up with some. I can't remember who it was now. Shit. I really wanted Hoddle to succeed, but
that's the thing. When you have a club legend come back and be the manager, you want them to.
Yeah, do you remember Ozzy?
That's what I say. Whether you're talking Hoddle or Ozzy,
Ozzy was funny. Yeah.
One thing that was it was never a dull moment under Ozzy, was it?
If you look at it like that, Simon, it was 5 up. It was similar to Ange, wasn't he?
His philosophy was it doesn't matter how many goals we concede as long as we score more.
Wasn't his first game 4-3 against Sheffield Wednesday? I think that rings a bell in my head.
I'd say that he probably had the highest ratio of like 6 goal plus games than any manager I've ever seen.
Who's this manager here? He says. God, I put my glasses on a minute. What's it say? Pierre Sarr? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Who's that, Milton? Aye? Do you know that is?
But it all goes back round to the same old thing, though, doesn't it? It doesn't matter who you get in because Enoch is still going to be there, and they're going to treat the new manager the same way they treated all the other managers.
It's amazing that we actually get managers, to be honest. They must offer good dough, but yeah, I'm hoping they've got to back up now.
The thing is you get yourself a nice 150 grand a week contract. You get yourself a 3 or 4 year contract. You know you're not going to last the 3 or 4 years, so you do. So 100 grand is 5 million a year. So you do the first year and a half. So you get paid 7.5 mil. Then you get the other half of your contract paid off anyway when they boot you out the door. So
why is it the only job ever that you get paid for getting a sack? It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're sacked for being shit, you shouldn't be entitled to anything. Imagine when Ange comes back. Oh,
well, I was reading something about Chelsea's situation with Liam Rosenior, and they signed him on a 5.5 year contract, but with 1 year's notice. So essentially, if they want to sack him, they'll just give him 1 year's notice, pay him the 1 year, and out the door he goes. So they don't have to. So if they sack him, they don't have to pay the whole. If they sacked him in 6 months' time, they don't have to pay him the next 5 years. They just pay 1 year and he's gone.
That might creep into the game, I think. Isn't it? That might creep into the game quite a lot.
That's what I heard. That's how they structured the deal. So they put him on a long-term contract, but with a year's notice.
See, I don't understand why they've got him. They're in the biggest mess as us. It's just not a shit.
Yeah, they're in as well. They're in a weird mess because they probably have a squad of 30 players at the club and another squad of 40 who are all around. Have they still got dozens of loan players?
Yeah, they have. Yeah. I think they've got about 55 players. Yeah. God, Dimitrescu and Popescu, and they were shit.
Yes. So yeah, we had our little spell of Romanians, and then Harry loved a Croatian, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, that's about it then, Si. I can't think of anything else to say. I'm just going to sit here and keep refreshing my Twitter feed.
The thing about what do we need next? I'm at a loss because we've tried everything. We've tried the next big thing. We've tried experience. We've tried proven track record winners. We've tried tactical guys. We've tried. It's just like I don't even know what else we try now.
The only thing you
Because the
can
amount
do,
that
well, old manager of Lens, yeah. The only thing you can do is the ENIC have got to change their ways, i.e., put the wages up or sell. That is it. There's nothing else you do. As for bringing in managers, if they don't if they don't sell and they stay and they don't change, we won't get anywhere. We won't get anywhere. Simple as that. While they're here, if they don't change, if they do change, maybe. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see the end of the window. That's all I can say.
Well, something is very toxic in that club right now, and they need to root it out quickly.
Yeah, and they need to probably get. They're employing all these people, but it looks to me like they need to get some proper, proven football people in there at the bottom level because they don't seem to know what they're doing.
Well,
I mean, even though Davey was a bit of a wally, he did know how football ran, even though he was still an arsehole in the football side of things. He did know how football ran. Now, I can imagine him running around like there's chickens in the boardroom now, not knowing what to do. That's the impression that they give you.
Like this statement they put out, I was just like, just a bunch of words.
Yeah, but they've got to prove it, haven't they?
Bullshit word salad that doesn't really mean anything to real fans.
No, what they might do if they get an interim manager in, they'll say, "Oh, we couldn't," and then the end of the window comes. We couldn't really invest because we wasn't sure who's going to be the next manager, and then that'll give them all that time until the summer window comes. I don't know why they don't sell it. Do you know what? It's true what you say there because the team absolutely loved Ange. They did for whatever reason. They loved Ange, didn't they? So he was whoever would have walked in, unless it had been like a massive name was on a hiding to nothing. So everybody thought, well, who's this scarecrow coming in? Do you know what I mean? Not being rude, but it's true, isn't it, Simon? Because they did love Ange.
Well, yeah. I mean, they need to change something quickly, or Cootie and Mickey are both gone.
I think they're gone, Simon. I actually do. I don't know if he was on here then, but because they've got Gay now, Man City, I think Van der Ven, because he's refused to sign the contract, he's going to go to Liverpool because he supported him as a kid. He looked pissed off yesterday. Romero just go. We'll get good money for the two, but probably won't replace them. We are in big trouble.
Well, the thing is
come on here and have, say some good stuff.
If we don't start using Kevin and Radu soon, they're going to get peed off. Well, Radu especially. Looks like he's peed off with his situation.
I don't think they hated Ange. I think it's how the world is, bin guy. You know what I mean? Not just with football, with everything. They're so fickle. You lose one game, and then you go and lose another game, and that's it. You shouted at, you booed at, you sworn at. So I think that wasn't personal. It was just they were looking at Ange to say, "Well, you don't change your ways." And to be fair, he didn't. He won us a cup. I don't think he's hated by the Spurs fans now. He'll always be a legend now for winning the cup. But that, unfortunately, is what it's like over here now, isn't it, Si? You lose 2 or 3 games in a row and you're hated. A bit like a politician. He can say 99 things 99 things right, where everyone agrees with, but the one thing they disagree with, out of those 100 comments he makes, that's the one that the public will scrutinise and they get hammered for it. That's just the way of the world. Yeah, trends, yeah.
Well,
we're
in a world now where everyone wants instant gratification. Yeah. No one's got any patience for anything. They want everything and they want everything yesterday.
It's an entitled generation. And the reason it's an entitled generation, I have this conversation all the time, is because you've got all the woke bullshit, so you can't install values and discipline and common sense into this generation. I'd say probably a generation was probably 35 and under. You saw 30 and under.
Are you just about to go into your politics channel rant now?
Not really, but well, maybe. But it's true, though, isn't it? It's like what I'm saying is, the youngsters, right, like today, say they would have ordered something off Amazon. They press the button, bang, it's here tomorrow. Right? Everything's like that. And you can get it now. You can get it now. You can get it now. And it's the same with football. If a new manager comes in and doesn't. I mean, I'm not going to mention Thomas Franks. I can't see a plan. But with me at my age, and you, Simon, if we can see a plan of what Frank's trying to do, we'll keep saying, yeah, it is shit, but we can see what he's trying to do, won't we? Whereas the generations, what I'm talking about, go, no, he's shit, he's fucking shit, get rid of him. And that's how it is now. They want everything yesterday, if you know what I mean. There isn't any patience. It's an entitled world that we live in now. And if you look at the successful teams, they have more or less stuck with their managers, didn't they? Manchester United, Pep was crap in his first season. Wenger, I hate to say, but you've got to give him time. But now Spurs are trying to get on that bandwagon, typically too late, saying, no, we've got to give Frank time. But you can't give someone time just for the sake of, oh, we need to give people time. Because he's not showing anything. Like you said, Simon, is he? He's not showing anything.
Well, yeah, but and then the people that you talk about there, they've all done something special somewhere else first. Whereas the special thing that Frank had done was get Brentford and to punch above their weight in the Premier League. And so his success was just keeping a very average team in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Problem is, he's now in the process of putting a very average team in a relegation battle.
Yeah, yeah. Which with the players, I know a lot of players are saying it. Fans are saying it. The Spurs squad is shit. Listen, on paper, it's not the best Spurs squad I've seen, but you must be able to get a manager with any nous about him would get a better tune out of those players. They're not this shit.
And the thing is, right, what I would say is the average level of our players is much higher than it used to be. But the problem that we've got now is that we don't have a Bale, a Kane, a Prime Son, anything like that. Even Van der Vaart, or even if you go back further back, we don't have that type of player anymore. It looks like Xavi could be that player, but he needs some players working around him. But at the moment, what I would say is even like when we were like winning FA Cups and stuff like that, we had players like bloody Dean Austin and Pascal Chimbonda and all these guys like this. And you look at it, Lee Jung Pyo and players like this, and you kind of think our best players were really good in those times, but our worst. We used to love like Justin Edinburgh. He's an absolute toilet footballer, but it was an absolute brilliant shithouse. Yeah. And it's just like when you look back at old squads, the average level of our players was pretty poor. But we used to have just a little sprinkling of gold dust, a few diamonds in there. Yeah. And you look back and we had at the same time Robbie Keane, Jermaine Defoe, and Dimitar Berbatov, and you kind of think, what the hell?
Yeah.
And we've always had like pairs of strikers, and we always had two.
I think we had people like the man said they're game changers. Yes, game changers, but was we relying too much on him? I mean, look how many times Kane got us that shit. I mean, not being funny. When
Bale before him,
Bale really saved AVB's job from getting a sack sooner because he was bailing him out every game. You know what I mean? They are game changers, but you can't keep relying on these people, can you?
But we don't have anyone who does anything like any of that now. And you kind of feel like you look at Xavi and he shows little flashes where you think he could be, and you look at how long it took Bale to become that.
Yeah.
And you kind of think, the problem is at the moment, now I'm being entitled, we don't have time to wait for the players to be like that because the rest of the squad is toilet as well.
Yeah. Lamella, he was shithousery. That's why I like Romero and that's why I like Richie because there's a shithousery, but unfortunately. And speaking of shithousery, yeah, he was funny. Didn't want to like him, but you couldn't help it, could you? But he was another one to get you out of the shit. We haven't got those players anymore, have we? We haven't, no.
I mean, look, we had a midfield that had Stefan Freund in it for absolutely ages.
I was calling him the crab because he used to pass sideways. But they loved him, didn't they? He was shit.
But the thing is that we always played football, and we always knew what we were expecting from the team.
No.
We knew what the plan was. We knew what we were trying to do. At the moment, I just don't know what the hell's going on.
See, I get asked out like by my boy Harry. I get asked about the 90s because he overhears me talking about saying, "Fuck me, weird shit is the 90s." Even in the 90s, right, when we had people like Doherty and Vega and like Brundle, at least we had a go. At least they could spring 3 passes together. At least I don't do nothing. And when you look at our team on paper, it's good. Yeah, Milton, 100%, mate. And it guts me to say, but you're right. Oh, he was another one. Look, Clinton. Oh, dear.
Raw Fox.
Wenger out. Yeah, Wenger might come out. Wenger might come. God, imagine that.
God.
Raw Fox. I remember Raw Fox. Yeah. Van der Ven will go to Liverpool. I said that. And QB will go to Real Madrid. Polina should be captain. 100%. Oh, someone agrees with me, look. That's exactly what I said. Get Harry in, caretaker, then Poch. Agreed. I've been saying that for about 3 weeks now. Yeah, we're on it. Right, Simon, I'm going to have to say bonjour to you. I thought I'll come on here early because you want to come on early. I've been on it for 1.5 hours. I don't know if I'm hogging the airwaves. I'm really hoping we hear something tonight. To be honest, though, Simon, if we don't hear anything tonight, it's a bit naughty, isn't it? Let's say generally haven't made their mind up. Do you know what I mean?
they if they don't say something, they're not reading the room, are they?
No. Well, do you know what, mate? Before I go, our centre backs will both leave and then we'll be cooked. Well, you're going to get 90 for Van der Ven, 70 for Romero. You've got Danzo there, and I can never pronounce his name, Simon. You know I'm on about the young fella.
Dragosin, and you got Vuskovic.
Vuskovic.
Mm-hmm.
And Danzo, that'll do me. Get another one. So even though we'll be pissed off that they go,
is still there to come through as well, isn't he?
It won't be as bad as what we say. It depends if they spend the money. Frank in, get out of it. Oh, we ain't done our predictions, Milton. Dortmund away.
Are we away at Dortmund?
I think it is away. I'll double check. I think it is, yeah. Might even be at home. I hope it ain't at home. Let's have a look. Is that Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday. Yeah. There you go. Boom. Oh, it's at home. Oh,
yeah,
dear.
That's what I thought.
Right, it's at home, lads. Right, we'll lose 3-0. Yeah, it's at home. 3-0. Oh. Thanks a lot for everyone coming on tonight. Please like and subscribe. We've got a few more subscribers the other day. Like and subscribe and get this little channel growing. We're getting there now. And don't forget, you can win your LJ Spurs mug. Don't forget, Milton, you've got to pay more. 2-1, that's very good, mate. I mean, 2-1, I wouldn't take it. What, you think we're going to win 2-1? Surely not. I like the optimism, though, mate. I just can't see it. Because Dortmund are pretty good this year, aren't they?
Well, you just got to hope that with Champions League being a different style of football, the boys will be up for it. And well, who am I kidding?
Do you think they'll? I don't know if I should say anything, Simon. Well, I've said 3-0. I'm sticking to my guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we're going to lose. Probably a couple 0, something like that. See,
this is the problem. Because if they lose that one, they're in trouble. And it'll be toxic again, won't it?
I mean, as things stand, are we just basically going to be in the playoff stages of the
2-1 Dortmund
knockouts?
Get rid of that because I spelled it wrong. Shalom. If Frank gets sacked, we will win. If not, we will lose. Well, Archie Gray picked up an injury yesterday. Polina is injured. I don't know whether we're going to play in we'll probably see Romero in a number 6 role. I think we've got to win our last 2 games, haven't we? To stand any chance of getting in the top 8. Well, it's going to be a playoff.
Yeah, we're not getting in the top 8.
That playoff, typical, isn't it? If we get into that playoff, it's either side of the Arsenal game.
So we are on the same points as Dortmund.
Are we?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Hope you've liked and subscribed. We are a bit nutty. We don't take it seriously. We know we're shit and we have a laugh about it.
The thing is that we've been Spurs fans for 20 years. And we know what we're capable of. And we've got to too
46
long to take
years
this
nearly.
stuff too seriously.
It is, mate. It is gross misconduct. Yeah, it is gross misconduct. But what do you expect with this board? Because they're shit.
I mean, do you know what? We're in the Champions League. We're only 2 points behind PSG, and they're third.
That don't make sense.
You
One
know,
thing about Frank, though, he is unpopular. Yeah, he is. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
the problem with Frank at the moment is he doesn't help himself out because he doesn't
You know
really.
what?
He doesn't talk in a way that really gets the fans going.
The thing is, though, he's quite a likeable bloke. He's not an arsehole, is he? You know, you get some man who like Lego Edge. You just want to smash his face in when you see him. He's quite a likeable bloke, but I genuinely think that he's out of his depth. Is Papa Sarr playing in that? Because he hasn't played a lot in that, has it? Yeah, aren't you be coming back soon? That's another midfielder. Did he get to play in the final there? He's not playing. Right, good. So he won't be injured. Oh, he got subbed. Oh, fuck yeah. So it might be Sarr and I do believe though, Simon. Do you? I don't know because I haven't spoken to you since. Was you happy with the signing of Gallagher? Oh, I'm quite happy with that, especially for the price.
This is another thing. So I said about Robbie Keane and Michael Carrick, and I also said that the type of player we need is a Conor Gallagher, high energy, up and down, box to box type player. I didn't mean actually Conor Gallagher, and we ended up buying him in the next week. Yeah. But yeah, it's
he'll be all right. Like you said, he hasn't adjusted yet. He'll be all right. I think it'd be a good signing. Age 25.
It's the type of player we need.
Yeah. Is.
We need some more energy in the middle of the park, and we need someone who's going to take the ball forward and not just do the crab motion. Yeah. So, and I feel like he's that type of player. And at the end of the day, he now needs to justify us paying him wages of 10 million a year.
Ben Thatcher, I'll tell you what, he was a dirty bastard, boss man. He probably was dirty. Man. Could he really
Danny Mills and all players like that.
Frank is a bookworm. Yeah. That's what, when he's standing there with his thingy and all that. I think some people try and complicate football a bit too much, to be honest with you. It's not a complicated game, is it?
I mean, if they don't sack Frank and then we beat Dortmund, that's a really complicated position then, isn't it? Because
agreed, yeah.
I seen Burnley away, and anything other than a win there,
I can't see it. I can't see it, and that's really bad. I think I said to you last time, I used to look at the fixtures, even when we were proper shit, and go, I'll get 12 points out of them next 6 games, which is crap. Now I'm like, I can't go into any game thinking we'll win this. Actually, I'm wrong. I tell a lie, because I did actually think we beat West Ham.
Well, yeah. I thought, you know what?
No way. Look at that. Last kick of the game. Fix. VAR. Oh, imagine the pressure on the man. Lucky it's not Colombia. He gets shot. I'm going to the Dortmund game. Well, good luck to you, mate. We can't get to go as often as we used to be fair. I want to know I'm not even interested in this AFCON thing, but now he said it's the last kick of the game. I want to know. Could you imagine
I just see the thing and it says 90 plus 12.
Jesus. To dare is to Frank. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Well, I'm just having to look on here. No, nothing on here about Tottenham. See if there's anything on my things now. Go on, mate, hit the penalty in. That's a good point. They haven't announced the Sue's decided yet, have they, Spurs? I feel sorry for him, but he's sitting here. He's only young for, mind you. It was a bit of a horrible atmosphere at his other club, Santos, wasn't it? So he's going to be probably used to it. Just a bit louder here. The point of that, rumours are circulating now that Spurs are going to give Frank the Dortmund game, and if he fails to win that, they're looking for an interim. What's the point of giving him another game? For time, maybe? Just look for someone? I don't understand that at all. Someone else has just said, I reckon they've settled on Pochettino. with an out-of-contract Iriola a solid plan B, but are terrified that a botched interim hire could mean relegation.
The thing is, if you're at the moment, it feels like staying as we are could mean relegation as well.
This is what I'm saying, but I think that's why the board split. That's what I said, because I think that the ones that do want him out are panicking, because as a business, it's brilliant. But I mean, already, Simon, if you go online now and you look, like that man says, he's going to the Dortmund game, there are so many tickets for the Dortmund game going.
I bet. But no one wants to watch it.
So, like and subscribe, please, mate. Help the little channel grow. We're the underdogs. You want Simon?
This penalty yet, then, or not?
I don't know. Has he took the penalty? Maybe Sar's coming on to take it. No, he's not Moroccan, is he? He hasn't played a lot, so he'll be fresh.
The Senegal manager has signalled for all of his team to leave the pitch.
Oh, what, in protest? That's mental, isn't it? The entire generation. Have they got VAR? Okay. We could do a watch-along here, couldn't we?
You would not want to hear me bloody on a watch-along.
See, where do they expect people to get the money from? Especially in these days where things are hard, don't they? You know what I mean? 70 quid. That's taking a piss, mate, to be honest with you. I think it's wrong. What if you want to take, say you wanted to take your missus and a couple of kids? How much is that going to cost? 350 quid? Something like that. And that's before food. Football club, yeah. Senegal don't agree with the penalty and they're walking off the bench. That's mental, isn't it? How could you do that, man? The world's gone mad, Simon, isn't it? It's gone mental.
Did you see that penalty shout that the VAR was looking at in our game yesterday?
Oh, maybe Frank should tell him to do that.
Did you see the penalty shout yesterday that VAR were looking at towards the back end of the match? And the player like
that?
Yeah, the West Ham. And I was thinking the amount of times I was thinking that's never a penalty, but the amount of time that they were looking at it, I was thinking, are they going to give this?
Don't you think though? I think that it's absolutely ruined football, man.
What's that?
It's ruined football. There was a goal yesterday at Manchester United, right, against Man City. I think they had 3 goals this level, but one of them was like a toe. I mean, really? When you're looking at toes, fucking stupid, isn't it?
I still say that VAR has got 30 seconds to make its mind up.
Yeah.
You press the button when you start your VAR, and if you haven't made a decision by the end of it, you fucking get on with the game.
Yeah, it's ruined it because I don't know about
if it takes you more than 30 seconds when you've got every single camera view possible, if it takes you more than 30 seconds,
it's clear and obvious, is
it? Then it's not clear and obvious. You just get on with the game.
Because I don't know about you, but I've always been a bit mental, right? And no matter who Spurs are playing, I think I said this last time we was on, when the Spurs score, I'm up, man. I'm doing the jig the lot. Now they score, and I'm like that. Because I'm just waiting for VAR to disallow it. It's shit. It's absolute shit. And you've got to wait for every goal as well, haven't you now? Every goal. Yeah. It's shit.
But yeah, I say they got 30 seconds. If they haven't found a way to alter the decision stands. 30 seconds, bosh, done.
Did you watch Manchester Derby yesterday, Si?
I watched most of it. Did
you see early on in the game the Dalot foul?
No.
Dalot hit him, buff, right on the knee. Fuck all. If that had been Romero, red card. That's what infuriates me. There's no consistency. Well, mate, I'm going to go now.
Okay, bud.
I'm going to go and look on see what Senegal's doing because surely
it looks like they still haven't taken it yet.
They're not going to.
They've got 90 plus 15, and they haven't taken it yet.
If they've walked off the pitch, they must say to them, "If you don't come back on, then you've lost." Surely. That is mental. The world's gone mad, Simon. It's fucking mental, isn't it? You gotta laugh, haven't you? Hey, or in your opinion, before we go, was it a penalty? Have they got VAR? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. That is the most ridiculous thing. I'm gonna have to watch that tomorrow, so it'd be funny. But I mean, come on. walking off the pitch. What do they think? They're not going to turn around and go, surely they're not going to turn around. Oh, it wasn't a penalty. Yeah, VAR has taken all it, hasn't it? Yeah, it's shit, mate. Absolute shit.
This stream's been going longer than a football match.
I know, we've started at 7:30.
And I'll tell you what, I'll bet you it's more entertaining than watching the actual team play.
Yeah. But they moan at me that I'm not on enough or don't do enough. When they'll probably be sick of me right tonight. Right, I'm going to go and watch this capers.
Yeah, they're at 90 plus 17. It says Senegal players are still aren't budging. In fact, some players are now walking down the tunnel.
But I don't know what they're going to get out of it.
Can you imagine if he now misses the penalty, they're all going to come charging out the tunnel?
Oh, that's the what. Yeah, you don't think of that. What about the poor bloke who's got to take the penalty after all that? But he said it wasn't a penalty, the fellow on there. So. All right, so good to see you.
Okay, man.
Thank you, everyone, for coming
Shalom.
on. Please give us a like and subscribe. Get this channel growing. The more it grows, the more I'll come on and just have bants. No seriousness here. No political correct here. No woke here. They're all heading down the tunnel. All right, Si. Shalom.
Later, man.
Good, man. Yeah.